I once heard a very entertaining joke about me. I don't remember quite where I heard it, but it did make me laugh. It goes something like this. There once was a man in Los Angeles who was walking down the street when he saw Death in the crowd. Death pointed at him, so the man ran away, fast, back to his boss at work to inform him he was leaving. His boss asked him why and where he was going. The man explained he was catching a flight to Tokyo because he had seen Death in the street and he wanted to get as far away as he could. Well, the boss bid him farewell and went about his business. At the end of the day, the man's boss left and saw Death sitting at the bus stop. "Why did you frighten my employee?" he asked Death, and to which Death shrugged and said, "I was just surprised to see him. I have an appointment with him tomorrow in Tokyo." Forgive me, but it's very uncommon for me to hear jests where I am the subject. Humor is often so far from me in terms of what I do and who I am. I wanted to share this small piece of levity because I'm afraid I'm quite overly melodramatic about my existence. In my own defense, is there much to say good or uplifting about what I do? When I come for people, there's very rarely elation or joy. Not many crack jokes or make light of my presence. It is in bad taste, or so I've come to believe. But is it selfish to say I wish more people would? Certainly it is natural to mourn over the deceased. Loss is painful, of course. But I mean, why do I get burdened constantly with fear and anger? No one is happy at my coming. No one is pleased or even welcoming. There are only tears shed any time I am present, and suffering surrounds me. Could I just once walk into a residence and people be welcoming to me? "Thank you for being here," they would say. "We've missed you," maybe. What I wouldn't give to gather around others and join in jokes, laughter, and applause. To feel the fellowship of mankind, though I will forever be separate from it. I wonder, if you read this diary and know of me through it, would you welcome me when I come? No, I suppose I doubt it. But still, one can hope, right? I still have to believe somehow that there could come a day where that happens. And I suppose that sounds a little optimistic of me, yes? But optimism is crucial for aspirations to be fulfilled. If you don't have faith in the reality of your successes, then how can successes ever happen? If I want to find a day where people welcome me rather than shun me, is it not important that I believe it still possible that can happen? Foolish though it may be, I find that it is a foolish notion like these that drive humans to incredible things. Anything is worth a try, though, correct? I remember trying. I do remember that. It was years ago. I was in this lonely little neighborhood in New Orleans where I got to witness a gathering. I saw cars on every street, lights glowing brighter than the stars above my head. I saw men, women, and children laughing, hugging each other, playing games, eating sweets, and being merry. It wasn't even Christmas, and I don't know the occasion of which they gathered. I imagine some family or social event. I watched in awe, enraptured by the joy on their faces. Each time someone new came to the door, there were cheers, warm embraces, and there were even drinks to be shared at times. I confess that I was curious, so I wanted to try and join. I had some time on my hands, and I had to know what it felt like. I took the form of a simple man, a young college-age man with no outstanding features. I didn't want to stand out. I walked to the door and outstretched a hand to knock, and then I froze. I stood stiff, my hand to the door, and found myself for once terrified. My knuckles were only inches away from the wooden door, but I couldn't bring myself to tap it. My head kept racing with concern and worry. What would they do when they saw me, I asked. Saw me for what I was, knew what I was. Would they care? Of course they would. When death stands at your door, regardless of his intentions, it can never be good, can it? Of course, that's how humans would see me, like they always see me. My hand lowered again, and I held back tears as I flew away, just in time for another car to arrive, full of people far more cheerful and excited. I stayed a while longer, cursing myself for my lack of courage, but also rationalizing that there was nothing to be gained from it. Rubbish. There was so much to gain. Mankind was created to socialize and to stand united. God did not craft man to be alone. Humanity is a race that was meant to build families. Families build communities. Communities build civilizations, and civilizations will forge societies and empires. Of course, there is a value in one's own space and thoughts, but to decry and avoid your fellows is contrary to what humanity was meant to achieve. But who am I to speak? I'm not human. I was created through different means and for very different reasons. I was not designed to build, only to destroy. I was not designed to socialize, but to remove. I am the inevitable conclusion, not the recycling of opportunity or the beginning of joy. Perhaps I was a fool to think and dream otherwise. But think and dream I do. And if that does make me a fool, then a fool I will be, because despite knowing the truth of my existence, I cannot deny what my heart wants. To know that warmth of family, the welcome of open arms that greet me like a brother. Someday, in God's good time, I will. I'm still hopeful. I am death, but I am feeling too. If I did not have this, then I do not believe I would be capable of writing in this diary. So in my heart, I hope beyond hope that one day I will not be a recluse, that one day when I knock upon that door, I will do so with courage and with confidence that when it opens, there will be smiles on the other side. But until then, thank you for listening to the ramblings of a lonely angel. And I promise I will write again soon. Sincerely, Death.